Alright guys, so with the release of Black Lemonade as well as Parfait Cookies Magic Candy, we have a new rock slash music team that we have going on here featuring Hollyberry as well as Black Lemonade, Rockstar, Parfait as well as Shining Glitter. So Shining Glitter is absolutely killing it with the new buff and the combination that she has with someone like Black Lemonade as well as Parfait. On top of that, with Rockstar, who's able to heal massively with a crit percentage buff. So let's quickly go over the toppings and let me show you guys this team in action. So topping, first of all, Hollyberry is using 5 of the solid almond with the 8% cooldown and focusing on the damage resist. Of course, if you guys can get it to 8%, it will be optimal, but you know, around 6 to 8% is totally fine as well. Hollyberry is using a full solid almond build this time around because of the fact that there's still a lot of sherbets going out there, and she is going to be the solo tank. All right, so it's pretty important for her to survive and still be able to put that damage focus and tank for the team. So I went with the full solid almond. We have a full on swift chocolate for Rockstar, damages is focus and around 17.3% cooldown at least in order to have a 3-second start, and minimum 5% crit in order to have a maximum of 35% crit buff to everybody in the team when he uses his skill. And the next one is going to be Black Lemonade. I've tried out different builds, full searing raspberry, full on solid almond, but I found that the best build for me currently right now is going to be 3 of the searing raspberry, 2 solid almond, in order to not sacrifice too much on her damage, but also put some decent damage resist for her to survive. So we are focusing on the damage resist as well, and around, you know, the higher cooldown you can get it, I think the better it's going to be in order for her to, you know, use her skill a little bit more often, deal the damage based on the HP of the enemy, and also, you know, not sacrificing too much on the attack because her bonus, all right, the bonus that everybody is able to do with the enhancement is going to be based on her attack percentage as well. And the next one is going to be Shining Glitter. Shining Glitter also have 2 different builds. I went with the full swift chocolate on this build because it seemed like she has a really good amount of crit percentage already with the whistle 15%, Rockstar 35%, 13% from the landmark. So I thought it would be better to go with the full on swift chocolate in order to increase her cooldown and use her skill a lot more often, being able to apply that Shining Glitter buff. And then, you know, if you guys are thinking that it's going to be hard to do a full swift chocolate build, going with a mixture build like this with juicy apple jelly and a swift chocolate, at least 10.8% cooldown, does seem to work out really well as well. And then of course focusing on the damage resist, but I would say, you know, go with the one that works better for you guys. And then last one is going to be Parfait. Parfait has different builds as well, and I tried out different builds with full solid almond, full swift chocolate, a mixture build of swift chocolate and almond. But I feel like the almond one is going to be better for most cases here, focusing on the damage resist as well as the cooldown around 8% or higher, the better it's going to be. And then now going on to the treasure, epic scroll, as well as the jelly wand and the whistle being applied to Shining Glitter as well as Black Lemonade. And because of the fact that Black Lemonade is using a searing raspberry build, her damage is, or her attack is going to be higher than Shining Glitter's here, which is going to mean that she's going to get the sign of the star debuff, and Parfait is going to be able to purify it with the debuff immunity. But here we go, guys, let's get into the arena and let me show you guys this team in action. All right guys, so first battle here, we got the double tank double DPS with the feather here. So here we go. So far from what I've tested out, it seems like this team works well against most teams except against a standard comp. So standard comp with Hollyberry, Pattaya, Moonlight, as well as Stardust. It seemed like Moonlight and Pattaya and Stardust's burst damage kind of melted the team away really quickly. So I would suggest probably if it's going to be an epic scroll with a pretty decently high attack power, then kind of stay away from it. But if you guys do see something like the feather or maybe even the rare scroll, it might actually be pretty you know, worth to kind of try out and test out if you guys can win or not. You guys can see the insane damage coming out from our Black Lemonade, dealing damage to the tanks, and then Shining Glitter absolutely just melting away the back lane as well. Alright, so here you guys go. 2.7 million coming out from Black Lemonade, 5.1 million coming out from Shining Glitter. Hollyberry doing the tanking here, and Parfait this time around actually out healing Rockstar with 9.8 million healing. And yeah, pretty darn good right over here. Alright guys, so here's another one with a feather and a whistle, except it's shown that it is going to be a sherbet and a stardust, so here we go. Alright, and they are using a T-Knight. So another thing that you guys can do if you guys do see a sherbet and it might be a T-Knight is actually replacing Black Lemonade with a sherbet in the team, and then slowing down the T-Knight on the enemy team. And also, if you guys do that, then probably switching out Shining Glitter's topping to a full Juicy Apple Jelly is going to be a better option, or a the mix with the Swift Chocolate. But Black Lemonade does pretty darn well too, because again, she does damage based on max HP, and Shining Glitter also does a great amount of damage. So you guys can see right there, you know, even if T-Knight is there, our full Solid Almond Hollow is able to tank, and then the rest of the DPS are able to deal with it. Alright, there you guys go. 2.5 million this time around with Black Lemonade, 5.6 million coming out from Shining Glitter, and yeah, just absolutely melted away the team back lane right there. And even the T-Knight, because of Parfait and Rockstar, couldn't go through our Hollowberry with the full Solid Almond. Alright guys, it's gonna be a standard comp, alright, but let's see if our cookies are able to survive. Because of the fact that they are using a rare scroll instead of an epic one, we might have enough survivability. But if our Black Lemonade dies here, it's gonna be pretty hard to deal with this team's damage, alright, especially going through the tank here. Alright, we'll see how it works, but it seems like Black Lemonade did die, but we couldn't get rid of their Hollowberry. Alright. And it seems like, yeah, this is the reason why it's pretty hard to go up against a standard comp, because of the fact that, again, the amount of burst damage that comes out from Pitaya, Moonlight, as well as Stardust continuously, it's hard to kind of deal with. Alright, so yeah, try to stay away from the standard comp, even if it's a rare scroll, which is the reason why it's probably better to go up against a feather comp that you guys see, or if it's a pretty darn low attack power, because generally the ones with the standard comp is going to have a pretty darn high overall attack power. Alright guys, so here we go. This one is going to be a double tank, a single DPS it seems like, and a double healer, so here we go. Alright, this time around it is going to be a sherbet herb here. And the thing about this team right here, a sherbet herb, is that there are times where your Rockstar actually does melt away because of the fact that our cookies in the back, alright, Black Lemonade, Parfait, as well as Shining Glitter, are pretty far away. That sherbet, when he uses his skill, it actually just targets it just targets Rockstar, and Rockstar actually uses the the encore super early. But this time around, we got pretty lucky. He did survive up to the 1 minute mark and then used the skill afterwards. Alright, but yeah, I had times where Rockstar just absolutely just melted away within like a minute and 10 seconds left in the battle. So that may happen, but there you guys go. 7 million damage coming out from Shining Glitter, and 2.9 million coming out from Black Lemonade, and 14 million healing coming out from our Rockstar, and 10.9 million coming from our Parfait. Alright, again, it is going to be a double tank, double DPS it seems like, but they do have the feather again, so here we go. Alright, and it is going to be the T-Knight comp again this time around. Alright, but man, the Black Lemonade damage onto the tank is actually kind of crazy, and the continuous zap damage as well. So here we go. We should be able to get rid of a ton of HP from the sherbet. Hollowberry seems like she is going to die off early there and pop the feather buff, which means that sherbet is going to just die off here. Alright, and T-Knight does have full stack here, but our Hollowberry just in the front, tanking for our team here. Alright, Rockstar continuously healing, Black Lemonade doing the damage, and boom, Shining Glitter. Man, she just got so much better with Black Lemonade. Alright, here we go. 5.6 million coming out, and 2.9 as well as a million. 10.3 million, 10.9 million healing from our healers. Man, this team is pretty darn good, especially if it's going to be using a feather, or if it's going to be a lower attack power with the rare scroll or even an epic scroll. Alright, with that, we're back to Grandmaster 3, but definitely a great team that you guys can try out here. And of course, it's an optimal setting for me, so you guys might have to test out a little bit for your cookies as well with your promotions slash ascensions as well as the toppings that you guys have. But the one thing that I do recommend is try to stay away from most of the, double tank, double DPS with either an epic scroll or maybe even a rare scroll. Because there is a chance of it being a standard comp and your cookies are just not going to be able to survive the amount of damage that Moonlight as well as Stardust and Pattaya are able to do. But against most of the Sherbet Stardust, Sherbet in the middle, most of the 2-1-2s that I've seen, besides Capsaicin and Pattaya, I did have almost 100% win rate. So hopefully you guys can try it out. Parfait's Magic Candy doesn't need to be anything higher than plus 10 in my opinion for you guys to actually take advantage of her. So that does need to happen though, because she needs that burst heal from her Magic Candy plus 10. But thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys found the video helpful. Good luck with the arena climb, and I'll see you guys all on the next one.